Good afternoon. It's certainly an honor to be here today on this occasion to once again honor Susan Landis. In a very somber way, we also, as has been mentioned earlier, honor the memory of one of Beckley's greatest mayors, Emmett Pugh. And again, in a somber way, it's so fitting that today we are here to honor Susan and Emmett, who shared so many characteristics that were the same. Actually, they were both leaders. They were both committed. They were committed to the community and everything they could possibly do to better the community. So it's, again, very fitting that we're able to honor each of these community leaders today, especially at this moment. Susan, I have a proclamation here that I'm going to read, if you'll bear with me. Whereas Susan Stevenson Landis was born on April 3rd, 1943, the daughter of the late Dr. and Mrs. Clifford A. Stevenson, and whereas Susan attended schools all over the United States, graduating from Churchland High School in Portsmouth, Virginia, earned her BA in psychology from the College of William and Mary, graduating Phi Beta Kappa and completing her master's in education at Old Dominion University and the University of Virginia. Whereas after relocating to Beckley in 1963, Susan became a very active member of the community, serving on countless boards, including the board of directors of the Youth Museum of Southern West Virginia, past president of Woodcliff Garden Club, board of directors of the Raleigh County YMCA, chair of the Winter Place Junior Race Team, officer of the Raleigh County Medical Auxiliary, Friends of the Library Board of Directors, Board of Directors of Theater West Virginia, the Board of Directors of the United Way of Southern West Virginia, Beckley Rotary Club, trustee of Virginia Episcopal School, trustee emeritus of Mountain State University, and Board of Trustees of Concord University, Concord University Foundation, just to name a few, and becoming executive director of the Beckley Area Foundation in 1994, a position she held until her death on July 14th, 2017. Whereas Susan was passionate about the arts and was well known all over West Virginia for her work with them, she was the current chair of the West Virginia Commission of the Arts, a member of the Mid-Atlantic Arts Foundation Board of Directors, the Board of Directors of the National Assembly of State Arts Associations, and the West Virginia Public Broadcasting Board of Directors, and a longtime member of the Beckley Concert Association. And whereas Susan received countless awards throughout her life, including the Chamber of Commerce Outstanding Community Service Award, Theater West Virginia's Bravo Award, Charter Communications Cool Woman Award, Beckley Rotarian of the Year Award in 2003, the Paul Harris Award, Rotary Service Above Self Award, the YMCA Spirit of Beckley Award, and in 2001 was recognized by President George W. Bush when he visited Beckley in 2004 for the hours of volunteer service. And whereas when asked, Susan would say her greatest honor of all was being the mother to her son, Andrew Ellsworth Landis, and wife Sharon of Boulder, Colorado, and grandmother to Madeline Rose Pappas Landis. She was also survived by a brother, Clifford A. Stevenson of Athens, Ohio, who, by the way, is a classmate of several of us here today, Gail and Bill Fowle, class of '65. Judy Hare was not at Woodrow Wilson, but in the same class. Now, therefore, be it resolved that today, May 12, 2018, we gather in honor and tribute to the memory of Susan Stevenson Landis, and may she be long remembered for her contributions to her friends, her community, our state, our city, and our vocation. Susan put her heart and soul into every aspect of her life. She was selflessly devoted to every organization and activity with which she became involved. Her loss is felt deeply by all who knew her. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Beckley to be affixed this 12th day of May, 2018 Rob Rappold, Mayor. Thank you.
And now I would like to introduce Ms. Gail Manchin.
Good afternoon. It is indeed a pleasure and an honor to be here today to celebrate a beautiful life. I had to smile a little bit though when Rob was saying she was committed. Susan and I worked on projects many times where I'm sure people around us were saying those two need to be committed. But yes, she indeed was. And it's always fun for me to come back from Beckley and reconnect with friends. I'm not going to say old friends. It's just people that we have known each other for a good deal of time, and meet new people, the new people coming into Beckley and Raleigh County. And on that note, I would like to commend the young people that are here today. You're doing an outstanding job. I'm so happy that you could be a part of this celebration today. I know Susan would be so proud of each and every one of you. So thank you for the part you're playing, and I think we all ought to give them a round of applause. So Joe knew Susan through me, and we met several times, and so I am very pleased today to read a memoriam from Joe Manchin III, United States Senator. John F. Kennedy said, "The sun doesn't always shine in West Virginia, but the people always do." Gail and I are proud to honor the life and legacy of a selfless public servant, dedicated community leader, and dear friend to all, Susan Stevenson Landis. We are incredibly grateful to have had Susan in our lives for her friendship and her support over the years. While not originally from West Virginia, she certainly made it her home. We were fortunate to have her and welcome her as our very own. Susan exemplified the spirit of volunteerism and truly wanted to be the change she wanted to see in the world, making a profound impact in the arts, not only throughout our state, but across the country. Whether leading the Beckley Area Foundation, supporting philanthropy and the arts, or serving as a loving mother, grandmother, and friend, Susan will always be remembered for her radiant presence, her unfailing kindness, her strong leadership, and of course, for the inspiring legacy of service she has left in the communities and in the hearts of all who have had the privilege to know her. Thank you for honoring Susan's memory here today. Your presence here is proof that her legacy, her contributions, and her love for the Mountain State are thriving and as strong as ever. In love and gratitude, Joe Manchin III, United States Senator. I obviously would like to present this to the foundation, but then I also have copies that I would like to present to Drew for him and his children. Thank you.
Welcome to Her Story is Our Story.
Thank you for joining us today to celebrate and honor the life of Susan Landis and her work with the Beckley Area Foundation, our city, our county, our state, and yes, even our nation. I'd like to start with some very recent BAF history. On December the 7th, 2016, the board received documents for their review and approval. These papers were an application and information on the Youth Foundation being established by BAF for high school students. To her surprise, Susan Landis realized that the board members would approve this organization and name it the Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist, or SLIP for short. Unanimously voted in, an immediate search began for high school participants. Our leaders, Mrs. Sawchuk and Mrs. Gerald, decided to utilize the Chick-fil-A Leader Academy curriculum. Our Leader Academy provides leadership training materials for 9 months, running along with the school year calendar. I feel that this particular quote from Truett Cathy, Chick-fil-A founder, embodies the life of Susan Landis. Nearly every moment of every day, we have the opportunity to give someone or something to someone else. Our time, our love, our resources. I've always found more joy in giving when I did not expect anything in return. My name is Amber Meadows, and I'm a junior at Shady Spring High School, and I am the Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
As a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist, we are dedicated to volunteerism, grant-making, and philanthropy, to act as positive youth role models to improve the surrounding community and create social change. We have been given a voice in the issues that affect us now and the skills to confront the challenges we may face in the future. The best way to learn generosity, gain leadership skills, and value community service is by direct exposure and involvement. During our first meeting, we were given the opportunity to make an impact. We packed 60-plus lentil soup meals for a Mountaineer Food Bank in Gasaway, West Virginia. We received a thank you letter that read, "Thank you for the donations of the meals provided by the Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist. They were a pleasant surprise in the mail. I appreciate the work that the students put into getting these together, and I will assure you they will be put to good use." Also during this first meeting, we had an opportunity to give a big thank you in the form of a gift card to someone who has influenced our life. We recognize those who have come before us, who have paved the way for us to be an active part in change in our community, and who have helped give us a vision for a better tomorrow, and where we see how the actions of our days can leave lasting legacies for the future. My name is Caitlin Stump, and I'm a senior at Shady Spring High School. I am a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
The Beckley Area Foundation staff and board members have always been willing to serve the community, from attending local school competitions to judging book reports, science projects, and more. Along with being litigators with the Raleigh County Make It Shine, the foundation knows that it takes money, more than money, to improve a situation. Susan Landis' life was overflowing with the continual giving of herself, both her time and her talents. What balance her life had. From work to church, family, and friends, many often wondered if she had ever slept. Here's a list, and probably not a complete one at that, of the many different organizations that Miss Landis participated in. Black Diamond Girl Scout Council, Beckley Rotary Club, Raleigh General Hospital Community Board of Advisors, YMCA of Southern West Virginia, from which she received the Spirit of Beckley Award in 2002, Chambers Outstanding Community Service Award, Raleigh County Public Library, Woodcliff Garden Club, Raleigh County Garden Council, Raleigh County Historical Society, Board of Directors of Philanthropy of West Virginia, Chair of the West Virginia Commission of the Arts, past President of Theater West Virginia Board of Directors, member of the Beckley Concert Series, Beckley Raleigh County Chamber of Commerce, West Virginia Public Broadcasting, and Board of Directors of the National Assembly of State Art Association. A recent memorial in the West Virginia Artworks magazine states that Susan's involvement in the many service organizations and volunteer activities furthered her success and enhanced our state's reputation. Excelling in so many ways, her contributions are invaluable and she will be remembered for her tireless community work and volunteerism. Through all of this, Susan became known as a teacher, mentor, community leader, and friend. I've been told that Susan did not like to have attention drawn to herself, but rather have the attention be drawn to what was happening with others. I think if she were here, she'd say that the most important roles to her were the role of mother to Drew and grandmother to Maddie, and that they meant the most. We all leave a legacy. Susan has provided a tremendous example by serving others and leading with integrity. My name is Brennan Lawless, and I am a senior at Shady Spring High School, and I am a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
If your actions inspire others to, If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. It's by John Quincy Adams. In the month of October, we concentrated on servant leadership. A servant leader is one who shares power, puts the needs of others first, and helps people develop and perform to the best of their ability. In the summer of 2016, a 7-year-old girl saw a need for help for the animals, devastated by the flooding, and wanted to help. After raising funds for animals in her area, she dedicated $700 to the Beckley Area Foundation to continue the impact. The Susan Landis Youth Philanthropists were given this money to decide on which organization the money would go to and how it would be spent. After considering the organizations in our areas, we bought needed supplies such as toys, phones, treats, and other supplies for Operation Underdog and gave the remaining $200 as a check. We received a thank you message which read, "We have a group of very thankful underdogs this evening." The Beckley Area Foundation Youth Foundation took up donations and went shopping for some wonderful and much needed goodies. It is amazing to see the young adults in our community reaching out to help us on our mission to save lives. You could tell they really put a lot of thought and love into their purchases. They got super tough toys, leashes and collars, treats, and fleece blankets. On top of all of that, they donated $200. Please join us in thanking this thoughtful group of young people for recognizing the need to help animals this season. We were honored to be able to continue the leadership of a young girl who wanted to put others first. Our group values servant leadership, and we give our time and talents whenever possible. Each of us are dedicated to our community and the future that we can build. We participate in 4-H, youth groups, Key Club, National Honor Society, student government, National History Day, FCA, various sports, church activities, world changers, and more. My name is Ryan Vaught. I'm a senior at Woodrow Wilson High School, and I'm a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
Each year, BAF accepts grant request applications from nonprofit organizations for the Community Grant Program. Among several requirements, the nonprofit must exist in Raleigh County and provide a need in the area of the arts, education, health and human services, public recreation, or civic beautification. Submissions are made through online applications and a preliminary review is done by the BAF staff. Most of the time, a chair and co-chair are selected from the current board of directors to organize a distribution committee. They look for diversity within the community to serve. Each member reads every grant prior to the meeting to discuss and vote on the recipients to determine dollar amounts to recommend to BAF's board of directors for approval. Susan enjoyed this process, especially meeting and serving with these folks. She was a tremendous source of information, giving insight to so many of the requests. This process is a picture of teamwork within our foundation. This past year, a total of 71 requests were received, totaling around $342,000. Of those, 58 were approved to distribute approximately $233,000 into the community. Another avenue of teamwork for the foundation is our Students First mini grants. Any teacher in Raleigh County can submit an application to fund an educational need/idea in the classroom. The process is very much like the distribution committee, just on a smaller scale. Requests may be submitted for up to $500 per application, and a teacher must submit multiple requests.
This past year, the BAF Board of Directors approved of 108 grants, totaling close to $36,000. The BAF has continually collaborated with the Carter Family Foundation. The Carter Family Foundation has matched grant gifts for a number of years. In the 2017-18, they contributed a match of $15,000. Through BAF and many organizations she has served, Susan Landis was a team player. One significant example was her involvement in getting Celebrity Night started with her friend Judy Hara and Women's Resource Director Debbie Short. This event added support to the Women's Resource Center and United Way for many years. My name is Madeline Surratt, and I'm a sophomore at Woodrow Wilson High School, and I am a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
In the month of November and December, we concentrated on teamwork. Our group is unique. While many similar organizations consist of students from one school, ours includes 3 different high schools: Woodrow Wilson, Shady Spring, and Greater Beckley. Even though many of us did not know each other as of August last year, we have formed a close group who have worked with one another, listened to each other's comments, concerns, and thoughts. We have worked as a collaborative team and even spent a day painting together at the Pottery Place. As a team, we raised funds by selling Chick-fil-A calendars so that we could make an impact in our Do Good December project, where we decided to do good for the good doers. We used this money to buy gift cards for Raleigh County Sheriff's and Best Ambulance. We also wrote personalized thank you cards to each individual, recognizing their selflessness and servant leadership in our community. A dream may originate in one person, but in order for that dream to become reality, it almost always takes the formation and collaboration of a unified team. My name is Dylan Ewing, and I am a freshman at Greater Beckley Christian, and I am a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
Our Do Good December project had a significant impact on me personally. As we wrote notes in the conference room of the BAF office, I enjoyed being with our group. We talked about school, family, and just had fun getting to know one another. We knew that we'd be divided into 2 groups to deliver the notes and gift cards. One group going to the Raleigh County Sheriff's Department and the other to Best Ambulance. With these 2 professions, many of the recipients weren't on duty, were on duty and away from the offices when we delivered the cards. So we were not able to meet each of them personally, but left the cards to be distributed to them. It was a few days later that my father was tagged on Facebook with a note from one of the EMTs. The EMT had received one of the cards I had written. His post stated that the act of kindness warmed his heart and brought a twinkle to his eye. Although we never expected recognition, this truly confirms that we never know how much a small act can impact a person's day. As a quote from Paul Bloom sums this experience up, we are constituted so that simple acts of kindness, such as giving to charity or expressing gratitude, have a positive effect on our long-term moods. The key to the happy life, it seems, is the good life, a life with sustained relationships, challenging work, and connections to community. I am Joey Mitchum, and I'm a sophomore at Woodrow Wilson High School, and I am a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
Susan Landis was a master facilitator and was always creating networks. She could articulate vision, turning her thoughts and words into more than a dream. She was direct and to the point, yet her easy smile and uncanny ability to remember names and facts about people, such as their children's names and what they are doing, made her very approachable. Lisa Ward shared with our group about a trip she had made with Susan several years ago. They drove to the Cultural Center in Charleston to receive monies granted to BAF to help with the Labor Day concert. Several speeches were given, including one from Gill Mansion. Randall Weed turned to Susan and asked if she'd like to speak. Off the cuff and with ease, she gave one of the best speeches of that day. I do believe this characteristic, the ability to communicate well, greatly enriched Susan as a leader and made her one of the most influential in our community. In this day of digital communication, we must strive to maintain personal encounters, the face-to-face kind, not FaceTime. I'll leave you with this quote from an unknown author. The basic basic building block of good communication is the feeling that every human being is unique and of value. My name is Joel Scarborough, and I'm a senior at Shady Spring High School, and I'm a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
Effective communication is more than just speaking and listening, but it is engaging with listeners so that they actually hear the meaning behind what is being said. When communicated effectively, words have the power to alter perceptions, inspire action, and create change. Throughout our meetings, we communicate with each other about the topics that are relevant to our community and actively listen to one another. We stay connected through a phone app called Slack, which allows us to connect to one another without being visible on a social media network. We communicate about each other's accomplishments, share pictures of our outings and events, as well as share meeting updates or reminders. We understand that communication is a vital part of any successful organization or group, and we have each taken on the responsibility to stay connected and achieve in our communication, and act in our communication. My name is Luke Lilly, and I'm a sophomore at Shady Spring High School, and I am a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
In 1985, BF was established by 10 community-minded citizens. A gift of $1.1 million from Dr. Thomas Walker Memorial Health Foundation was seeded money. On May 23, 1986, then BAF President Walter Thornhill stated in the additional report that Jim World was requested from multiple funds. Mr. Thornhill goes on to tell about the attending a similar seminar of foundations in Atlanta, where he met residents from all over the country, and was he was founded learning how unique foundations was. Other areas with small populations like ours was struggling to exist, let alone start out with an establishment of over $1 million. Like many others, Susan Landis began her work with the foundation as a volunteer. In 1993, she became the executive director. During her 25 years of hard work and dedication, the foundation established. The asset has grown over $4 million, with 43 different foundations managed with 4 trustworthy banks. Impact through action, this phrase is in the Leadership Academy theme of the year. It could also be the seminar of Miss Landis' years leading Beckley Area Foundation each and every day. Often during board meetings, Susan would remind the members that this is our foundation. Be involved and work together with others to build a better community. As a testimony to impact through action. Thank you, Susan Stevenson Landis. My name is Emily Trent, and I'm a senior at Woodrow Wilson High School, and I am a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
Early in the year, we were tasked with coming up with our end-of-the-year impact project. After identifying several alternatives, we voted on how we wanted to make an impact during this first year being Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist. It was clear that we wanted to celebrate the life of the individual who made it possible for us to make an impact, which brought us here today to her story is our story. And as we celebrate Susan today, we want to introduce ourselves to the community. We want to continue making the impact that she and so many others started. We want to create change, make a difference, and be involved in the conversation. We want to make an impact through action. Much like a quote from Thoreau, one is not born into the world to do everything, but to do something. My name is Myles Venable. I'm a senior at Woodrow Wilson High School, and I am a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
Local giving, lasting legacies. Susan Landis was committed to the vision and values of the Beckley Area Foundation. Using teamwork, communication, and servant leadership, she created impact that continues to ripple through our community and beyond. Susan was able to accomplish much as she was surrounded by caring, involved citizens year after year. A board of directors ready to further the mission of the foundation. We know that Susan was extremely gifted and an intelligent and strong leader. We also know that she was depended on and trusted by our staff at BAF. Will you please join me in showing appreciation to the ladies that stood by Susan for many years? Working for her each day, Dina Cushman, our former Chief Financial Officer, and now our Executive Director, and Sharon Lilly, our Senior Program Director. We appreciate all that you've done and what you continue to do. What does the future hold? I'm confident that the foundation will continue to grow and make Raleigh County better than it was yesterday. I also feel that the Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist will strive to make her story their story. I am David Mayola, and I am a sophomore at Woodrow Wilson High School, and I am a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist.
So as we finish out our presentation today, we wanted to take some time and recognize these wonderful students that Beth and I have had to get to know this year and thank them for what they have done. And so they actually don't know about this part of the presentation, but I have worked on, through the Chick-fil-A Leader Academy that we've used this year, they were able to get certificates. And so we will be asking each of them, I'm going to read something about you, and to come up also and get your certificate. And so I'm going to start with our seniors. So we are going to actually lose 6 seniors this year that are going to be going off and further their education. And it's going to be a huge hit to the Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist, but I know that we are going to get new, energized students into our group, and hopefully with the help of you guys that are attending today. But we just wanted to take this last time before we end our presentation and thank them. So I'm going to start with Ryan Vaught. Ryan is energetic and hardworking, and who quickly took on a leadership role within the group. Whenever we needed a volunteer, an idea, or to get something done, he was one that we could count on. Ryan has served on the BAF's Distribution Committee, is a member of the Woodrow Wilson High School's National Honor Society cross-country team, track and field, and Bible Club. He is also a part of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Ryan will be attending Marshall University starting in the fall. He will be continuing his education toward a pre-med biology degree and will also join their cross-country team. He will be greatly missed. Joel Scarborough. Joel was highlighted in the State Journal Students of Excellence in 2017. He is part of the Shady Spring National Honor Society and is a part of the Next Step, which is a mentoring program within the school. Joel has been an active part of the Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist and has been a part of everything we've been able to accomplish this year. He plans to attend Virginia Tech in the fall and continue his education in computer science and possibly a minor in math. And I found out while we were just sitting there that he finished second in his class and will be the salutatorian at Shady Spring High School. Brennan Lawless. Brennan is another student who took on a leadership role within the group. Brennan is involved in the National Honor Society Student Government, World Changers, tennis team, GSA, GHS, National History Day, and I'm sure that there are others with Brennan that I don't have listed here. But Brennan is someone that you would want in your group. Brennan will help you get things accomplished. He is a good communicator as well as someone who cares about people and understands how he and his peers are a vital part of the community. Brennan will continue to be a leader. Brennan will attend WVU in the fall, and he was accepted into the Direct Admit Pharmacy program and will study drug research and development. Caitlin Stump. Caitlin is involved in College Summit, FCA, teen leadership, and is a teen leader within her youth group. Caitlin has a passion for helping others, and it shows in every aspect of her life.
She is always thinking about others and how she can be a better influence and make a positive impact on the community. In her application to SLIP, she stated that her strength is her strong passion for encouraging and lifting up others any way that she can, and this is so true. Caitlin will be attending Concord University in the fall, where she will be working towards her education degree. Emily Trent. Emily is creative, thoughtful, giving, and caring. She has volunteered with the WRC for the past several years, as well as the Appalachian Coal Country Team's MLK Day for service projects. She also painted a mural at Fishes and Loaves Baby Pantry. She volunteered at the last 2 Scout Jamborees and is a peer leader in the Next Step program at Woodrow Wilson, where she helps at-risk students. Emily will be attending ACT in the fall, taking surgical tech courses. Myles Venable. Myles is helps out with folk and is involved in the Day of Hope and knows martial arts. Myles is very dedicated and helpful. I actually don't believe that he missed one meeting. He has a warm personality and is always eager to volunteer or help out in any way that he can. He also put together our slideshow that you're watching today. We are very lucky to have Myles as a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist. Myles will be attending WVU Tech in the fall, taking courses towards a computer science degree. Madison Lilly. Madison is an active member of the National Honor Society. She's on the volleyball team at Shady Spring High School and is an active member of I Heart Church. Madison's sweet presence and kind spirit will be missed. Madison is a leader, and I believe that this shows in all that she is involved with. She will be attending WVU Tech in the fall and will pursue an RN degree and then a CNM. And these are our seniors. Amber Meadows. Amber is a member of the Key Club National Honor Society, an active part of her local church. She became part of the Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist because it is an amazing opportunity to better herself by becoming a leader and also a fantastic way to give back to and serve her community. She is a pleasure to be around and will go out of her way to help and put others first. We are excited to have Amber for one more year as a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist. Dylan Ewing. Dylan is our youngest member, but he may be one of our most impactful. His desire to impact his community and leave a positive, lasting legacy, as well as his contagious attitude and laughter, are amazing. He will volunteer for anything and everything. We are very thankful that he chose to be a part of this group. Joey Mitchum. Joey is a member of the Woodrow Wilson High School Bible Club, FCA, Robotics Club, Boys Soccer Team, Track Team, National Honor Society, and Church Youth Group. He is dedicated to helping others in the community, and we are looking forward to Joey's leadership in years to come. Joshua Keaton. Josh is our musician today. He was part of the Health Science Technology Academy between 2013 and 2017. He was is a part of the Woodrow Wilson High School Theater Department and was involved in Wizard of Oz. And he won first place in the 2016 Friends of Coal Talent Show, or competition, excuse me. Josh is kind and caring, and he has excellent work ethic. And he has a desire to be a blessing to others, and we are lucky to have him as a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist. Luke Lilly. Luke is an honor student, a member of the Key Club and 4-H. He is part of the Beckley VAMC volunteer program. He is active in teen ministry at his church and is Daniel's Missionary Baptist Church sound technician. Luke continually volunteers for anything that needs to be accomplished. He is outgoing and helpful. Luke believes that it is important for high school students to give back to the community and he's another one that we are very blessed to have as a SLID member. Madeline Surratt. Madeline is literally our cheerleader. She is a Woodrow Wilson High School cheerleader, and she's on the track team. She's very outgoing and is also one that will help us out with anything that we need. We look forward to having her as a Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist for a few more years. David. I don't want to say your name wrong, sorry. David. David is a member of the debate team, Robotics Club, and Youth Leadership Association at Woodrow Wilson High School. He's also a member of the youth group at Faith Community Church. David is becoming a strong leader. He is eager to help others and be a part of creating change and making an impact. I think after reading all of that, we can see how some of Susan's traits will continue to live on in the Susan Landis Youth Philanthropist, and I am very blessed and lucky to be a part of it.